When did you realize your neurodivergent child was actually a badass in disguise? My daughter Mira was 11 years old, autistic, and completely obsessed with her bow staff. You know those long wooden poles from martial arts movies? Her grandpa hand-carved her one right before he passed away, and she never put it down after that. She spent 5 hours a day every day in the backyard, practicing the same movements until her palms blistered over. Teachers kept telling me to redirect her into something more normal, but I never listened to them. The staff made her happy. That's all any parent cares about. When Mira started 5th grade, she met her only real friend, a boy named Theo. He had ADHD and she had autism, and they just fit together like a puzzle. They ate lunch together every day, did homework at our kitchen table. He even thought her staff was cool. I was so happy she made a friend. Then a 13-year-old girl named Vanessa came into the picture. She'd never spoken to Theo before, but she started following him between classes. She wanted him to be her boyfriend. Apparently Theo being different intrigued her. Theo kept telling her no, but Vanessa kept pushing. The day after Theo publicly told her no and turned her into a meme in her class, she had enough. She cornered Theo alone behind the gymnasium. She shoved him into the brick wall over and over until his head split open. He fell down and laid on the concrete with a black eye, raw palms, and a gash across his forehead held together with 4 stitches. Vanessa had pressed scissors to his throat before leaving. "Be my boyfriend and I'll cut your face off next time." He was too scared to tell any adult, but he told Mira everything, immediately. She took him back to our house and immediately where she bandaged his wounds up before saying, "Vanessa's never going to touch you again." Theo looked at Mira. "What do you mean?" Mira smirked. "I have Grandpa's staff. I've been training for 3 years. She doesn't know what's coming." Theo shook his head. "She's bigger than you. She's older. She's crazy." Mira didn't blink. "But you're my best friend. I'd fight a bear for you. She's not scarier than a big fat bear." After that conversation, something in Mira changed. 5 hours of daily training became 6. She started watching combat videos online every night. Her accuracy got terrifying. She could knock a nickel off a fence post from 10 feet away. Meanwhile, Theo's parents were trying to handle things the right way. They brought photos of his injuries to the principal's office, filed official complaints, documented everything. But Vanessa's family had donated a lot of money over the years. That money bought her protection. So the school only gave Vanessa a 2-day suspension. That suspension only made things worse. Vanessa got angrier, more unhinged. Notes started showing up in Theo's locker from the first day she was back. Then he started receiving photos of his house, pictures of his mom's car, even threats disguised as love letters. One of them mentioned Mira by name, called her an obstacle that needed to be removed. That Friday, 5 days after Vanessa came back, Theo was over at our house after school. My wife needed to help our friends carry some furniture. I went with him. We told the kids we'd be back in 20 minutes, left them on the couch eating chips and watching the staff videos. Theo had been getting into it too. We got in our car and drove off, and the back door window shattered the second we were out of sight. Vanessa was climbing through the broken glass with a kitchen knife in her hand, but she wasn't there to rob us. She was there to hurt Theo and Mira. Mira heard the glass break and grabbed Theo by the arm. "Bedroom, lock the door. Call 911. Go now." Theo ran down the hallway. Mira stayed calm. She grabbed her grandfather's staff from where it always stood in the corner, planted herself between the hallway and everything behind her. Vanessa came around the wall with the knife raised. "Where is he?" Mira didn't answer. "I said, where is he?" Vanessa lunged forward, swinging the blade. That's when 3 years of muscle memory took over. Mira swung her staff, and it connected with Vanessa's wrist. The knife went flying, but Vanessa wasn't done. She screamed and rushed at Mira with bare hands, but Mira was already moving. The staff connected with Vanessa's legs, ribs, shoulder, even straight over her empty head. Controlled strikes exactly like she'd practiced thousands of times. Vanessa hit the floor hard, blood running from her nose. Couldn't get back up. The bedroom door clicked open. Theo stepped out and saw Mira standing over the girl who'd been terrorizing him for weeks. The stitches were still fresh on his forehead. "You actually did it." Mira's hands were starting to shake. She looked down and saw Vanessa's fingers reaching toward the knife on the floor. The front door flew open right then. My wife came through first with me right behind him. Vanessa's parents were there too. They'd been driving around looking for their daughter. I grabbed the knife before anyone could touch it. My wife was already calling 911. Police showed up fast and documented everything. The broken door, the weapon, the blood, the staff still in Mira's hands. They interviewed both kids separately with specialists in the room. Mira walked them through everything calmly. Where she stood, what she aimed for, why she chose each strike. Then her voice got quiet. "Am I in trouble for hurting her?" The detective looked at her for a long moment. "No, sweetheart. You're not in any trouble. Self-defense and defense of another. Cleared completely."